Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here today with my Nightmare on Panning Street Project Pan update. This was created by Jalen and Valerie. I will link them down below. This is done in conjunction with the PANtastic ladies, who I will also link down below. I did not update this last month. As you guys know, I got sick. Came down with like the worst flu, possibly COVID, of my life. And for like 2 weeks I could barely function, much less film, and by the time I was fully better, not sick, but actually like better, it would have been like 2.5 weeks late. I just didn't find it worth it. So I just decided to update this around when it was supposed to go up. Now, this will not go up for a few days because I have a few things in front of it, but I am filming this on the 31st, so I think that should count for something. So I have 5 empties in the last 2 months. Just starting from the top, I have for Alien, one of a kind in your collection, I have the Givenchy Rouge Vinyl Lipstick. I will insert my paper progress over here, but it is done. For the Stranger, something that is a stranger to you, I have the AOA Skin Squalene 100,000 ppm barrier cream. It was down to here last time and I did manage to finish that up. For The Shining, a backup, I actually finished this in January. The Alpha H Liquid Gold Toner. Last time we were here, it was up to here and I did finally manage to finish that. That took me longer than I thought it was going to, but I guess it was because I was sick. Next, for Halloween, a face mask of some kind, I have the Dermalect Microfacial Exfoliating Mask. Last time it weighed 14.6 grams, now it weighs 9.5. I weighed it because I couldn't get the air out initially to put a mark on here and you can't see through it, so we went by weight. And finally, for the Blair Witch Project, something you would wear on a no makeup day, I chose the Tula Time of Your Life Primer. It was up to here last time and I did finish that up. And I only got 6 uses out of that, okay. The Givenchy, I will have to count how many uses I got out of it and put the number in for you because it was a lot. But, so I am rolling in 5 things and 2 of them I already started working on. So, I actually have like some progress to report on them. I'll explain when I get to them, but first, going over everything that I have progress on. For Get Out, something I want to get out of my collection, I have the Ulta Brow Highlighter Stick. I will insert my paper progress over there. I'm going to have this thing for months, which is annoying because I don't love it, but it's something that I can use and it's not awful, so whatever. For Misery, a product you're a big fan of, I have the Ulta Lip Liner in Clear. I'm a little sad I didn't have this done yet. But with being sick and all, it just slowed my progress down immensely. But that should definitely be done by next month. Something I just started using because I've honestly been playing with a lot of foundations this month. Just in my backup, stuff that I just... Usually in December or January, I give myself a little bit of a break as far as panning foundations. And since I didn't really get a chance to in December because I was trying my ass off to finish that Wander Beauty foundation, I did it for January instead. I've only worn this 3 times, but 3 is better than none. And its weight went from 144.5 to 140.9. I think next month I'm just going to be working on this, so I think we will get, you know, much better showing of progress. Next is for the Lost Boys, something that makes you look not dead. I actually replaced a different product with this the last time we were here. This is the Iconic London Illuminator. Its weight went from 66.3 to 63.2, and I used it 10 times. And I'm actually going to mark it this time. As I thought about marking it last time, and then I never did, and I can actually like clearly see where it is this time. There, it is now marked. If it shows any real progress next time, I will keep marking it. But to just dump a little bit of that in my foundation, it doesn't show a lot of progress. If I decide to pour several like droppers full into like a lotion, it's going to show a lot more progress, but that would still only be like, I would probably count the usage by at least each dropper full. It's just, different usage means different things sometimes with something like that. Next is the one thing that I don't have any progress on. I don't know how I didn't wear this for 2 months. But for Paranormal Activity, something that never disappears, because I don't wear it, it's the Bite Beauty Lipstick in Licorice. It looks exactly the same. There's no point in showing any paper progress because there is no difference. I have been trying really hard to finish the Chi Chi Viva La Diva lipstick. I actually finished it today as of filming. So, and I do have the ColourPop lipstick from my 50 Shades of Green on right now that I really need to get the rest of my uses on. But hopefully I can at least wear this once in the next month. For The Hills Have Eyes, an eye product, I chose the Essence Eye Primer. I think I mentioned this last time, but you can clearly see where it's at down here. But I don't even know if it's moved since last time as far as that is concerned. I have used it 14 times in the past 2 months. Shows how much makeup I've honestly worn. And its weight only went from 22.6 to 22.2. So I have used up 0.7 grams so far, and it has 4 now. This started really low because this had a lot of usage on it, and it's old, so honestly some of it might have evaporated for all I know. I don't know how much more is technically in here that is easy to use. It only comes out with the end of the doe foot covered, but that's enough for both of my eyes, so this might be in here all year. I have no idea. Eye primers are notoriously hard to finish, and they're also pretty damn hard to figure out where the hell they even are at. And final product before, nope, 2 more, my bad. But first I have the Night of the Living Dead, something that wakes you up in the morning. I clean my face with a micellar water every morning, so I put this in. It's the Urban Hydration Bright and Balance Micellar Water. In 2 months I went from here to here. Now I also use this to take my makeup off with. And if I had been wearing more makeup in the past 2 months, this would be done, but didn't. So I do think this will be done by the next update. I'm not too worried about that. And now, finally, before we get into new products, I have the mist or a spray, and I chose the Living Proof hairspray that I have. And this feels like there's nothing in it, but it keeps spraying. So, you know, we went from 40.3 to 35.0. So I've used up 9 grams so far. It has 50 grams in it, but it's really low. I don't know how much more it could possibly have in it, but I'm going to keep using it till it stops spraying. Now, for the 5 products I am rolling in, like I said, 2 of them have progress on them already, and I'll explain that in a moment. But first, I have 28 days later, something you want to use 28 times. That's why this already has progress on it, because when I picked it out, I just went ahead, threw it into my stuff, like a month ago, and started using it. And it doesn't have a lot of uses, so. Anyways, we have the iconic London Liquid Bronzer. I have used it 7 times already for this month. I've worn makeup like 7 times. And there was at least one day where I skipped it, so I've worn makeup a little bit more than that, but 7 times, which leaves me 21 uses left. So I am counting those 7 uses because, I mean, I wore it, so why not? Next is Bride of Chucky, something you can use for weddings. I have definitely heard of people using the e.l.f. putty primer for that. Now this also has a little bit of progress on it in that I counted my uses this month for it. Like where the progress is important is really the iconic London bronzer, but I did go ahead and start counting my uses this month. I've already used it 3 times, but I didn't weigh it before I started doing that. So this is what it looks like. It is, you know, 98% full, because I had only used it a couple of times before that. Its current weight is 44.8 grams. I am currently using a pore filling primer, like a little mini for my turn and burn, but once I use that up, this will be getting all of my attention. Probably for the rest of the year. I can't imagine how long that takes. Next is It Follows, something you can't get rid of. And I chose this flippin' bag of makeup samples. I already tried to work on it once and I got through like 6, which was just enough to help me shove it all into one. I want to finish all of these, so this will be in here until I finish all of what's in here. It's gonna take a while. But I will keep track of each one that I use and show it to you guys. Next is Signs, something with circular packaging. I chose this. It is the Matrix Biolage Rehydrate Clay Mask for dull, dry hair. It does have some usage on it. It was completely full and then I used it earlier this month. Like everything but the last product I had already kind of picked out, but some things have more progress than others. I also didn't weigh this before today. It was 426.6 grams. Now, I can go through hair conditioners fairly quickly, especially deep conditioners, because despite it all being up right now, I actually have quite a bit of hair. And while it's nowhere near in the bad shape that it used to be, my hair still really loves a good hair mask. So. And finally, for the Grudge, something you wish you hadn't bought. And while I got this in a subscription box, I didn't buy it. I think it counts. This is the Alley Oop Pen Pal Make a Mauve in the shade Make a Mauve because the lip liner on this is a mauve shade. Now I put this in a different project pan for the eyeliner. And for this one in particular, I'm putting in the brow product, this brown thing right here. So the idea of this is that you push down on whichever one you want to use. It's like one of those old school pens that had like 4 or 5 different colors. And that's where the product comes out and you twist it up as you need it. It doesn't roll up and down though. Now I have been using this the brow part of this for at least a month. Which doesn't mean too much because I haven't worn a ton of makeup lately, but it keeps twisting up. I don't like that it's so fat at the end, like it's not a micro pencil by any means. But this is my last brow pencil, so I really want to get it used up. Now, I prefer brow pencils, but I have like 2 brow pomades, some brow powders, some stuff I want to use up before I start buying too many brow pencils again. If one comes in through a subscription box, obviously I'll keep it and use it up, but as far as buying anymore, I really don't want to buy anymore right now, so I really want this gone now. All I can do for this is count my uses and let you know when it stops twisting for that product, unfortunately. Not the most exciting thing to see me pan, but it is what I'm working on for this. So, that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!